if you're trying to
Women know too much. I'm all for girls that don't know too much.
And them damn fucking ads. Those damn fucking ads. What is up, my psychopaths, sociopaths, and general sixers, the basis of the internet? How y'all doing today? Hoping each and every single one of you is doing well. So, welcome to the Late Night Cast number 11. Shit. Fucking ads, man. Hate them. I hate them. So today we have, what I'd like to consider two interesting topics in the world of retardation general. First of all, the apparent controversy around Miranda Lawson's ass. That ass. That ass. This dick's opinion, this dick's opinion on Cyberpunk 2077, including the Cyberpunk 2077 mod issues that have arisen, as well as the stock market. You can blame him for that one. The interest in the stock market, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all really care about stocks. So, Harry, do not ever demand anything, because you will not get it. You will not get it immediately if you demand it. I'm just waiting for Diaclonius to unmute his goddamn microphone.
Oh, I was waiting for an introduction, but thank you very much.
Well, I always constantly turn around and refer to you as that dick, so I thought that was your introduction. Yes.
No, I think the one time you tried introducing me, I cut you off, so I didn't think you'd do it anymore.
Well, I mean, you are my co-host, the dick. That is what you are now, the dick. Just the dick. Stonks. Just stonks. The stonks.
And remember, if y'all have any late night memes, put them on Twitter.
Yep. With hashtag late night memes. God. So, fitness, Dick's opinion on Cyberpunk and stocks. Yes, that is what we are. That's what we are talking about. All right. So I get. You know what? Let's get the boring stuff out of the way. The stuff that no one here wants to really talk about, but I feel obligated to talk about. Neconius, what did you think of Cyberpunk?
Oh, I thought we were going to talk stocks first, because that's boring. Well, let's see. I just made it into Act 2. And I'm going to let you in on something. I've had to restart this game twice.
Yes, you have mentioned this before because of a bugged
Oh, no.
Oh,
Bug Quest, that's the first one.
okay.
The second time, a variant of Bug Quest that I know I completed, but wouldn't register as completed.
Okay, I'm gonna need. Like the worst thing is he doesn't go into massive detail with me as someone who has completed.
Let me go into detail for a second
Here we go.
here.
Finally.
So some of Regina's quests and gigs that you can do, I did them. I got the confirmation that I did them, but they were still on the gig screen. And when I went to track said quest, nothing would show up. I'm like, I know I did these, but the game's not counting that I did them.
That's strange.
So I'm just like, I'll hit the reset button again, and so far so good.
Well, I'm glad.
With the exception of, let's see, floating items, major texture pop in, major slowdown, and at least 3 crashes.
Oh, you have had crashes on the Pro, right?
Yes.
Well, I mean, again, this doesn't surprise me. I've spoken at length about how this version of the game should never have existed, but the fact that it isn't at a at least stable state at this point, at least with the crashes, does shock me.
I honestly think this was optimized for PC and then just ported to console. Like, this was made solely for PC.
I don't know about next-gen consoles like PlayStation 5 or Series X. I don't know how they're faring right now, but we'd need to get an opinion, a second observation of if anybody has actually played those versions, because, like I said from start, I never had one crash on my PC run, which is very bizarre.
Well, I mean, I'd like to play on PC or on the gaming laptop, but at the same time,
he's not earned his Master Race card. He's not earned his PC Master Race card yet.
Yeah, not yet.
But to transition over for that, just to transition over from that, I feel like we should definitely talk about this. The Cyberpunk 2077 mod issues that have been going on. And the problem here is, well, initially, the problem has been, apparently it has been patched. Some people, there was a chance that mods could allow hackers to actually hack your PC. Basically, it seems like they filled up mods with malware which got through detection and could just completely fucking ruin your PC.
That didn't happen to you, did it?
No, because I didn't install mods.
Okay.
Now the weird thing is this is kind of a weird grey area, because this is a this seems like a very, very specific. No, money doesn't grow on trees. It's made of various other materials instead that don't grow on trees, but they grow in fields. Like it exploits a very, very external. Yes, we've been made aware of a vulnerability in external DLL files, and the game uses, which can be used to execute code on PCs. Like this is a very specific thing, which I wouldn't necessarily say they should have been aware of this, because, like I said, this is a very ultra specific thing. But they should have had some awareness of it, or at least double check the code. But I can't fully blame them, because if you're making a mod to do this, because Cyberpunk is CD Projekt Red is not distributing these mods. Obviously, these mods are on different sites.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, they're all over the internet. Nexus, that's one. Yeah, Nexus. Which does curate their stuff, but there's a lot of external other sites that can do that. Curate modded content. And the problem is, a lot of some of these modders could go in with malicious intent. So really, if you're going in with malicious intent, you hold the grasp of the goddamn fucking blame there, because you are purposely trying to exploit something to harm others.
So Dragon brings up a good point. If modders can fix the game faster than CD Projekt Red, they should be ashamed of themselves.
Actually, speaking on that, CD Projekt Red have already put out a patch. Give me a minute. Let me look this up, because this was 2 hours ago. Give me a second.
Okay. Well, the patch need a patch for the patch's patch.
No, apparently, I don't know if this was a. Give me a second. 7.277 mod hack. Yeah, here you go. They actually 10 hours ago. Give me a second. Yeah, here you go. So 10 hours ago, CD Projekt Red actually released, and this was brought up. This was made aware of them 2 days ago, I believe. They actually released a 1.12 patch to remove the DLLRs.
Is it only live for PC?
Well, because there's no mods on console, they don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
So this is a strictly PC issue, and yeah, they already released a patch for it. So I like it's not like this isn't. I hate to make the comparison, but you know this is. I feel like and this is not me trying to play defender because I don't play football, but I again, and I've said this from the beginning, that with CD Projekt Red and this whole Cyberpunk 2070 thing, yes, they should be held accountable, but this seems to have been like the perfect storm where everybody just wants to shit on somebody, and with this, like, they literally bought out a patch about less than 48 hours later to resolve the issue, and people are still dunking on them like they're fucking Bethesda, like where Bethesda don't actually patch their shit, or like they're Activision, where it takes them so fucking long to, like, because Activision only just recently removed 60,000 accounts from Battle.net, or various other locations that were various other platforms that were doing cheating, that were cheating in game. So, like, we're looking at two completely different scenarios, but it feels like people are trying to treat CD Projekt Red like the new Bethesda. Like, yeah, this game came out broken, but unlike Bethesda, they seem to be actively trying to fix the game. And somebody brought this up in one of my gameplay streams. This feels like it might turn into a No Man's Sky situation, where
I hope it does.
where it released fucked, but you know they're actively trying to fix it,
and it gets better over time.
Yeah. Now, does that excuse the here and now? Fuck no.
No.
Fuck no. But you need to. But I feel like what needs to be done here and what's not being done is looking at this through the lens of rational thought, because this is the internet, and rational thought left the internet during its inception.
I don't think I had rational thought to begin with.
Like I said, rational thought left upon inception. Like I said, the blame should be placed. Absolutely, it should never have released in this state. More time should have been placed on it, definitely. And that's on the heads of CD Projekt, like the publisher, like the head of it all. The developers don't deserve any of this. But like I said, I feel like rational gaze should be placed upon this. Because
now, could you? Don't mean to cut you off. Could you blame the crunch mentality for this kind of thing, or no?
Oh, fuck yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely, crunch was a problem here. Like, I've no doubt about it. Like, as soon as COVID, like a lot of 13 Remake tried to blame COVID, and I called bullshit because they could have just delayed it. I still hold that opinion, especially with CD Projekt, because of this game. And Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is another example of that. Like, a lot of the games that are releasing recently, they haven't sorted out the work at home issue, is one of the biggest problems.
I don't think they were equipped to work from home. I mean, yes, did you do it? Yes, but I don't think they were fully equipped to be able to do it efficiently.
Exactly. I do agree with that.
Let's see. Dragons. Dragon brings up a good point. CD Projekt Red should remove the game across all platforms until it is fixed, do an FF14 thing and refund everyone, and then release the game when it's 100% ready.
Here's the problem with that. With that thought process. Okay, and I said this, and I said this with the whole PlayStation refund, because it seemed like that. Final Fantasy 14 only released on PC, and PC has generally had a very good refund policy around it. Steam has a decent refund policy. Like, there's good refund policies around the PC platform. But then you enter the console market, where Microsoft has an alright refund policy. PlayStation has basically has no refund policy whatsoever. And I'm gonna tinfoil hat going on right now. I still need to make one. But this really comes up. But when CD Projekt offered refunds for consoles, I feel like that was a walking dick on the table moment to see if Sony was willing to do it, because CD Projekt Red had announced that they're willing to give refunds. Then the ball's in PlayStation's corner. Then the ball was in Sony's court and Microsoft's court to back that up too, because if CD Projekt Red says, okay, no, we're willing to offer refunds to anybody who wants it, but then Sony and Microsoft say, we're not offering refunds, then that makes Sony and Microsoft look bad.
But what about the people who bought the game physically? They're screwed.
No, not necessarily. There is an argument to be made, because there are extreme circumstances where retailers will actually take back a physical game,
even if you opened it.
Bingo. If it comes out in state, because I remember, I think it might have been Aliens Colonial Marines. People got refunds for that game. I also think, yes, people were also getting physical refunds for Fallout 76 because of the extreme condition that it was. Like, it needs to be an extreme condition for physical media to be returned, but it's still a thing. You've got more chance you've got more chance of getting a goddamn physical reimbursement than you do for digital.
So technically, I could walk into any Walmart, actually the Walmart I bought it from, say, hey, this game's a broken piece of crap, and trust me, I'm not lying. I could technically get my money back.
There's a possibility, because the issues of this game are well known. Though that argument could be held against you and said, well, you knew the state the game was in because of how long it's been out. You know what I mean? So there is that argument that could be made, but they have promised that the patches would bring stability.
And they really haven't.
And according to you, no, they haven't. Not on console. So you have a line there. And Arif, yes, I'm aware of Final Fantasy 14 being on Xbox and PS4, but back when it released, the original incarnation of Final Fantasy 14, before A Realm Reborn came out, it was only on PC.
So the one positive thing I can say about Cyberpunk so far is that through the braindance section, I didn't have any of those effects that happened.
Yes, because it seems like they've completely cut that down.
Mm-hmm. So, here's my golf clap.
So, I mean,
Let's see. Mitch says, I feel COVID restrictions have massively hurt the gaming industry badly, and I feel it'll take millions of years to restore normality with polished AAA games. I wouldn't say millions of years, but it's going to take a while.
No, there has been... No, the problem is, like, what we are seeing right now is, in my opinion, the byproduct of what we have allowed to happen for the last 20 years. No, not 20 years. That might be a bit of an overstatement. When did the PlayStation 3 and 360 come out? Like 2008, 2009? So
the PS3?
Yeah, the PS3. Yeah, so 2008, 2009. So we're talking like 12 years. 12, 13. We'll say 12. We'll be generous and say 12 years. We've allowed this to become prevalent because we were so accepting of patches.
Well, technically, the Xbox 360 came out in 06.
Okay, well, then we'll say 13 years then to be absolutely thing, because patches were not initially a thing when the consoles launched. It was only till later on. So we'll be generous and say 13 years. We allowed patching and these other things to happen. We allowed it to germinate over time. And I don't know, like that to me is where it started. We are just in the we're in the third trimester right now. Like we are pretty heavily pregnant with this problem, and we're about. And honestly, I think it's only a matter of time before we start giving birth to like the biggest problem that finally makes us all wake up and realize, no, we want fully working games when they come out. We don't want like day one patches anymore. We want the game to be fit. We want the game complete when it comes out. Like we as a gaming community allowed this. It's the same with microtransactions. It's the same with loot boxes. We all allowed this to happen.
Now, when I installed the game, I believe it took like 4 hours because I had to install like 40 gigs of patches, I believe.
Well, that's because of your Ethiopian internet, dude. Like that's because of your That's because of your broadcast internet. That's your fault.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't have business class internet like one Philip Burnell.
Oh God. Yeah. I mean, like I said, we're at that point where it's just this is a problem of our own making.
So then how do we fix that problem? Do we just not buy games on day one?
Pretty much. We don't buy games on day one, no. Like, it's absolutely fucking stupid. Like, the problem is like we are all a problem with this. Like,
I think not only day one purchases, but pre-orders too.
Pre-orders definitely don't help, but yeah, pre-orders definitely don't help. It's all just one. It's all one massive thing. Like the difference, like this. The problem is, and Eric brings up Cyberpunk and The Last of Us Part 2 as waking up gamers everywhere. That's not entirely true, because the thing is, with The Last of Us Part 2, that was an entirely different problem in of itself. Like, that was the game, that was a major company in the games industry saying, fuck you gamers, we're going to do everything you don't want us to do, and you're going to like it, and you're going to buy it. And idiots did. Cyberpunk 2077 was a example of absolute mismanagement. That unfortunately the developers, here's the thing, I guarantee if this game had another 6 months, I was about to say 6 years, like maybe 6 more months in the oven to start, you know, to kind of iron out everything like they should have done, we wouldn't be talking about Cyberpunk 2077 in this light. Because, like, if you actually look at Cyberpunk 2077 as a game, like, the bugs should be talked about, absolutely. But let's actually look at the game. Let's look at what the game has to offer outside these bugs. Does it have a really good story? In this twatbag's opinion, yes, it does have a good story. Does it have good RPG mechanics? Yes, it does. Does it have good characters? Yes, it does. Does it have good gunplay? Yes, it does. Does it have good melee combat? It's okay. Like, I'll admit there, but I don't know. For me, there's something satisfying about walking around with a katana or big giant mantis blades and decapitating a fool. Like, does the world look good? Like, and I ran this on 1080p, 60 frames with ray tracing off, mind you, because I don't have a powerful enough PC on a standard HDD. And I will tell you, from what I was viewing, this game looked great. So, from all of the tick boxes about what we should look for in a game, this game is really good. It's CD Projekt Red did not help CD Projekt Red, because CD Projekt Red held back CD Projekt Red and caused all of this shitstorm.
I still think. I mean, and I know you said 6 months. I think a year.
I say 6 months, and I'll give you my reason why. Because in 6 months, I feel like in 6 months this game will be in a playable state across the board. Like, maybe there will be crashes still on lesser hardware, but I feel like that is unfortunately a sacrifice of lesser hardware running this game. Do you know what I mean? Because there's games out there that still crash on older consoles to this day. Like, Black Ops fucking crashes on console. I mean, just ask Blitz. Like, it's kind of ironic that, and again, it's the whole hype thing, where, like I said, I feel some people would say Cyberpunk was overhyped, and in some regards they are correct. But if you look at it, like, that's just what marketing is meant to do. Like, if anything, I saw just as many. If we're talking about, like, the hype machine behind, you know, about them advertising it, I saw just as many Call of Duty Cold War ads as I did Cyberpunk ads. And, you know, and still that game released in a really shit state. And again, because Cyberpunk was seen in a different light by a company that is been advocating pro gamer stuff, they were the ones that got shit on. And yeah, you know what? Bayo brings up another point of Battlefield 4. Like, Battlefield 4 launched fucking abysmally, like absolute AIDS. Like, if a computer had a virus, if games had viruses, Battlefield 4 would have had AIDS. And I think that took like 6 months for it to finally get to the point where it was actually fully playable. And it's a fantastic game at this point. That's why I'm saying in 6 months they'll have enough patches out where the game is completely stable. And that's why I say that he should have had an extra 6 months to do all of that. Because then they can move ahead with the whole free DLC thing that they were planning.
No, I want to get the Dragon for a second. Dragon, the problem with sports games is the microtransactions, and now that they're all $70 on top of microtransactions, either make the game $60 with microtransactions, or $70 no microtransactions at all.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I disagree. If you've got microtransactions in your game like sports games do, that fucker should be minimum $20. I'm sorry. Like, that might be a severe exaggeration in some people's eyes, but the moment you introduce microtransactions, like, it's like people, I guarantee you, it would not surprise me if somehow GTA 5 turns around, Rockstar turn around and say, we're going to bring out a $70 version of GTA 5 for the next gen consoles, and people will fucking buy it, and then they'll make an additional $1 billion off of shark cards.
Like, what will really be the difference outside of just graphics? Nothing.
Nothing. Open the box. Nothing! Like, it's...
You get nothing. You lose.
Good day, sir! But it's that's the problem. I had this discussion on the VGP. Like, I don't feel $70 is acceptable regardless. But I don't think $60 is acceptable for any game with microtransactions. Because at that point, you're double dipping. You want to talk double dipping? No, you're repeatedly dipping. Like your hand has been in the Kool-Aid so many times. You can't taste Kool-Aid anymore. You can only taste dick because you've got these companies' dicks in your mouth. At that point.
No, that just means your hand's still in the Kool-Aid and you haven't taken it out.
No, companies at this point have just got their dick resting in the Kool-Aid. At this point, with how much microtransactions can fuck you. GTA 5 Skyrim. Yeah, pretty much. Worst thing is, Skyrim gives Resident Evil 4 a fucking run for its money, and they're trying to fucking remake that.
Oh, boy.
Like, people turn around and say the only thing that would sort this is a video game crash. It won't. A video game crash would only fucking murder everything. Oh, it's ridiculous. Right. So if anybody has anything they want as far as like these what we talked about the bugs, about the bug mods, where they can hack you, or Diaconis' experience with Cyberpunk, just go to the waiting room in the Discord and we will bring you in. If not, we will move on to the next one, which will be Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
I mean, Ass Effect.
Ass Effect. Ass, baby, ass!
Alright, invite story, guys.
Like, one of the worst things is I see a lot of people turn around saying, like...
You know, Mitch, that might be a good point. That the console gaming might be a relic, a thing of the past now.
But the problem is then is, if you turn around and say that, what do you replace it with? Streaming? Like game streaming?
What do you force everyone to go PC?
Like, I mean, the market would need to like completely fucking like they'd need to find a way to make graphics cards cheaper and shit, and like someone would need to step in to say no, you can't set this shit as high as you are, and then like what's the other alternative? Get it streaming games? Like no, like what? No streaming like. Google Stadia has proven, like beyond a shadow of a fucking doubt, streaming will not and cannot work. Unless streaming is free. Okay, the only way streaming works, legitimately, the only way streaming works is if some big tech company can set up a system like Steam, but on a streaming service where you pay for the games once, there's no subscription fees, none of that. That's the only way streaming would work, and at that point it would work, but only then would you have to have like good fucking internet. Like everybody would have to have internet. Like Elon Musk would rule space at that point and have his 50 billion satellites in the fucking atmosphere beaming down Wi-Fi to everybody.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up. The only way it would work is if everyone had good internet, and that's not always possible.
No, because you've got big tech companies that will give you packages that will overcharge you for really shit packages, and then will eventually throttle your internet after X amount of use.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll give you, oh well, we can give you this unlimited package for about $20 more. It's like there's no win situation there. There's a no-win scenario there.
So it's like either you stream games or you make PC gaming affordable.
Pretty much. If consoles are a relic of the past, that's what I'm seeing.
Let's see. Mitch says that's what I'm seeing. If this COVID lockdown is prolonged and the big console companies cannot handle the pressure of delayed game development, and console gaming suffers.
No, they didn't. Okay, yes, you misread something, Dragon. Stadia is not. Google has not cancelled Stadia. They've closed the Stadia studios. So Google themselves will not be making any games, but they will be offering it as a platform for other developers to put games on. Alright, I guess no one wants to talk about Cyberpunk anymore, which, to be fair, I'm there with them. So, what we will be talking about is this. Deconius, if you would not mind hitting go. This is a shot comparison of early graphics comparison for the Legendary Edition of Mass Effect to the original. I don't know how much this is going to show, but I'm very interested. So, this is not necessarily what we're going to be talking about, but I just want to show up a comparison. And you know what? That doesn't look that bad. Everything looks. The first thing I'm seeing that I like is a lot of things are less flat color, and it's a lot less fucking blurry. Like that's sharper.
Right. So this is the new edition that's coming out, right?
That's the Legendary Edition that's coming out. It says in the top left, the original and Legendary.
Oh. Okay.
And I think this might only show Mass Effect 1. And there's one thing I will turn around and say that I'm grateful for is they have replaced early FemShep in Mass Effect 1 and 2, I believe, with Mass Effect 3 FemShep's look, which I'm happy with because FemShep 1 and 2 look stupid as hell. Like, look really bad. I also heard something about J.J. Abrams apparently got his hand on this because everything has lens flares now, but I feel like that might have been a meme. We'll have to see. I mean, that doesn't look that bad. Like, that looks pretty goddamn nice, in my opinion. Especially if they're remastering a game that came out in 2007?
Now, to be honest, I think I only played Mass Effect 3.
Oh, that doesn't look any better, actually. That one looks a little worse.
Yeah, the original looks a little better.
I like the trails, but that one doesn't look any better. But I am curious if we're seeing console comparison or if we're looking at PC comparison.
Yeah, it doesn't really specify which is
now
which.
That looks better. Now that looks better. The guns are better modeled. The armor is better modeled. It doesn't look as flat. Like there, the armor looks flat as a motherfucker.
Let's see, the original, the color looks more vibrant, whereas in Legendary, it just looks brown.
It looks. Well, the lights in the background are definitely more detailed and less scattered. Like in the original, those lights on the Citadel looked more blobby, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
More blurry, where they look definitely sharper in the original. Like, yeah, you can definitely see if you look at what I'm talking about the lights in the background, like they they definitely seem sharper. Now, I don't know. Some of the models, like the model definitely looks sharper on Sovereign there, but I don't know. It's a weird thing seeing it in action like this. Oh, now we're getting to Mass Effect 2. Okay, now here's one where we might actually see a little bit of difference. But this is kind of okay, I don't appreciate this. Okay, that actually looks nicer. That looks more vibrant. I do think there is difference there. But this is kind of misleading. This is kind of misleading because this is technically the landing sequences are kind of pre-rendered. Yeah, if you look, the original is way more blurry. if you look as it's swimming across, way more blur is coming in. There's less sharpness.
Mm-hmm.
And lighting can make all the difference in a game, especially when it's reflecting off of surfaces and models. And that definitely looks nice and sharper. Oh, my boy Garrus. My boy Garrus for carrying.
You gonna play this again?
Well, once someone asks me. Let's see. Okay, the model in the background, though blurred out, looks... Oh god, that is sharper. That looks nicer. Like, that you can tell a definite difference there. Roll that back, actually. Oh, no need to. No need to, actually. It's going through. Like, that looks nice and clean. I definitely feel when we're moving from Mass Effect 1 to 2, we're going to see a better difference. Because Mass Effect 1 actually runs in a completely different engine. Because it's with these ones. Yeah, look at this. Yeah.
Ooh, that looks sharper.
That looks sharper and more detailed. Because the thing that needs to be remembered about this as well, Mass Effect 1 ran on the Aurora engine, which was BioWare's in-house engine, where Mass Effect 2 and 3 run on the Unreal Engine. So there is going to be there might be a difference in how things look. Yeah, because you can see the holo there is way more sharper on the new one, which looks nice. They've sharpened up the images and gotten rid of a lot of unnecessary bloom and blur by the looks of it. And they've definitely upgraded some models. Because, like, the one thing I hate... Pause for a second, actually. Yeah. Pause once it hits the middle, because I kind of want to show a point that I want to make. Because this is something that was very prevalent around this time that a lot of people don't necessarily know. So, pause now. Right.
Ooh.
There we go. Oh, actually, that's fine. That's fine. If you notice, you can see on the right is the original, on the left is the new one. So, the image is way sharper. And the one thing you notice a lot less of, and this is something that is very prevalent in earlier games, in games around this time, specifically on console when you couldn't get rid of it, is a oversaturation of motion blur. Of motion blur, bloom, and just general blurry muddiness in general. Because I'm starting to think this might actually be the console version. Not PC. But you can tell, like, just looking at the wing and the Omega relay there, you can tell the difference with how sharp the image is and how less blurry it is. This is kind of what I expected from Mass Effect 2. With Mass Effect 1, I didn't know what to expect as far as, like, a remaster, given the fact that it was a much older game on a much older, inferior engine. At the time, at least. But this is more what I was expecting. Like, the image is sharper, the lighting is more pronounced. I'm not seeing this amazing amount of lens flare that I keep getting told about. Which is funny. Alright, go ahead, you're gonna pause. I'm very curious what they do with Mass Effect 3, because I still think Mass Effect 3 to this day, like, look at that, look at the right, like, when hopefully it goes back, look at the Omega light, the lightning on the Omega 4 relay on the right, like, in the far right. Just look how more crisp that is. This isn't a fluff piece. Oh, here we go, Mass Effect 3. This is not intended to be a fluff piece. This is I've never actually seen this. So this is actually my first thoughts. Yeah, there you go. Pause. Right there. Wait till it goes by. Wait till it goes by again. You're moving.
Sorry.
God damn it.
Let's see. Right there.
My co-host, everybody. My co-host. Right. So when hit me in the middle. Get me in the middle of this image, if you can. Because this is actually a fantastic point. Right there. Right there. Are you not... that's the difference I'm expecting. be
like you want it to look enough
I
of
want
a difference to where
I want a sharper image because this is going to run at native 4K apparently on next gen consoles as well. And plus, I think the thing that people need to remember, and this needs to be stated because there's a lot of people tend to forget this. Again, this is not a fluff piece. This is just my genuine reaction, my first reaction, should I say? People need to remember this is not a remake. This is just a remaster. So they've got to work within the existing parameters that they have, unfortunately.
So technically, since you play on PC, would you be able to just play this at ultra settings?
Fuck yes.
Now that you have your M.2,
I'd be able to play this in ultra settings without the M.2. That'd be a non-issue because, like I said, it's got to work within the parameters of the game. I wouldn't be able to run this at 4K because I don't have a 4K monitor, but that's a completely other story. But like you can tell the difference. Right, go ahead, play. Like the thing that always bugged me specifically about the PC version and people who play on the console version and people who play on console should be very not thankful, but should be that should recognize this is all of the blurriness is gone. Like when you have a sharper image, things are a lot more clear. Oh, there's the lens flare. I see it. There's some lens flare. But the lens flare only seems to happen when in direct light, and it's not actually that bad compared to the original. Yeah, again, I'm just a broken record here. Everything's just sharper. Colors are more realistic and stuff. Like I can't say anything else. I will be annoyed here if they get rid of a lot of the effects.
but can you tell if this was running in 1080p, 4K?
I'd assume they're both running in 4K or 1080p at least. Yeah. So again, a lot of the blur's gone. Like that's kind of what I'm saying. That's kind of what I was thinking of. Right. So give me a second. Let me kind of. But yeah, that's from what I'm seeing. I mean, I'm not. From what I'm seeing, this is kind of within the ballpark of what I was expecting. Because I've already turned around and said I genuinely believe that this is. Not necessarily a cash grab, but this is a way that they're gonna fund the next Mass Effect game. This is how they're gonna fund the next Mass Effect game. But
will they make another one after the intro?
Like yeah, oh no, they've already announced Mass Effect 4.
Okay.
They've already announced it, but that's an announcement that they're making it. I feel like this is their way of additional funding for that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like EA only gave us a certain amount of money. How can we get more money to make this? I know. Let's do what everybody has wanted for the longest goddamn time. Let's remaster the original 3 Mass Effect games because.
Not remaster Dead Space.
Not remaster Dead Space. Different company though. But EA own it. I know. I do agree. But weirdly enough. I would say the Dead Space trilogy has aged better than the Mass Effect trilogy, only because graphically horror games just seem to age better than most games.
Now I only say that because I actually own the first Dead Space on Steam, so I might test it out sometime.
Yeah, Kojima did love that. But yeah, I mean, like I said, that's within the ballpark of what I expected, honestly. But yeah, but that's not the thing. Like, I just wanted to see that because I'd not actually seen a side-by-side comparison. But that's kind of what I was expecting. But that's not the main thing. I just wanted to set the stage for you guys, and this title just alone makes it funny. Mass Effect Legendary Edition has adjusted those gratuitous shots of Miranda's bottom. I'll let that sit there for a second. Some Lil Cook calls them gratuitous. And yes, Mr. Tom Phillips, I'm calling you a cuck. Because okay, listen. I know you really thought you'd be able to get by in life on your journalism degree and your seminar on gender studies, as well as your those many books you have on your fucking on the arts. But
hey, I'm a journalist, dude. Okay, come on.
Okay, no, I mean this guy, not you. You'll go far. Okay. I know you will, because you actually have a head on your shoulders. But here's the thing. Let me explain. There's a thing in this. There's a thing in like film called the camera view, the perspective shot. Something like the Dutch tilt. That is in films to set a sense of uneasiness on a scene. Okay. For example, the Dutch tilt is there to slowly show that there is unease in the scene that you're currently watching. The Dutch tilt is when the camera goes side, but like it's kind of on the side, but obviously still within the bars and shit. I think a few people know what a Dutch tilt is. I'll even bring it up to give an example. Give me a second. Dutch tilt. There you go.
Dragon React says 7.8 out of 10. Too much ass.
There you go. This is a Dutch tilt, ladies and gentlemen. This is a Dutch tilt. When something important or unnerving is happening within a scene. This is what we call cinematography. This is what a lot of people don't realize, okay? This is cinematography fucking 101. So don't go presuming they are gratuitous shots just because it shows a woman's ass. Okay.
The Dutch tilt can be of anything.
No, but I'm on about like the camera shot where you can, because it is set behind Miranda where you can't see her face. You can see her back, her up to her knees, and her ass. But in the background is Shepard, who is looking directly at her. It is a use of cinematography and angles. Mm-hmm. It is a use of cinematography and angles to set a scene. The ass is not the important part of the shot. It is the picture that is setting. Her ass being there is incidental.
It's just there.
It's just there. I actually believe there is some shots where, like, if we're gonna talk about this, I don't want to be seeing Jacob's abs when he's working out. Thank you very much. If we're going to be talking about gratuitous shots, like there's shots in the Layer of the Shadow Broker DLC where you can see Jacob fucking doing sit-ups. I find that gratuitous. I don't want the female gaze in my game. But you know that doesn't work because apparently, like the ass is apparently they believe that the ass is the most important thing in the shot. So whose gaze is really on it? Mine or yours? So you know. Man. It's fucking stupid. My thing is this is not. I don't find this a big deal. They want to change the camera angles. Be all about it. Okay, I don't fucking care. My problem with it is people considering this a moral victory against the male gaze when they have no idea what cinematography or setting a scene is.
Let's see, Joster says visual storytelling. Isn't that what misogynist right-wingers do?
Fucking clearly. Like, just like, it's this alone. I feel like if I read on, I'm gonna think this guy. I'm gonna read on this, and I'm gonna feel like this dude's in an open relationship with a woman that doesn't love him. I'm gonna.
Oh yes, I don't want you to know, but crack kills.
Oh, I heard. I know crack kills.
butt crack kills. Oh, jeez.
Said that times had moved on since the original game's launch and adjustments had to be made to a few things that stood out. You have never seen... You have never seen the vagina of a woman you didn't pay. Is all I will say if you think that's the case.
Or the only ones you've seen are online.
Like... okay, this one. This one makes sense. This one makes sense, actually. This one makes sense, because this was laziness. Other camera angle changes include the awkward angles of Shepard, which were clearly designed purely for the male Shepard model in mind. From experience, playing these through as female Shepard means she sits there man-spreading in a skirt. Why don't you just say open leg? Why does it have to be man-spreading? You fucking cock! You absolute virgin!
Political correctness, that's why.
You fucking virgin! You were you have... This man has never had sex that he hasn't paid for. I'm fucking certain of it. I'm fucking certain. Because... Yeah, okay, it isn't man-spreading, you fuck. I agree that the angle is really stupid, considering they clearly got really lazy and obviously didn't bother making two separate animations for the male and female. So I can understand. Then why didn't you just fucking make new animations? But the camera angle's cheaper and lazier, I guess. But I do get the camera angle change there, because it just hides the laziness of the previous developers not making two separate models. Okay. But calling it man-spreading. You absolute virgin. This is sad. This is what I have an issue with how pathetic they are. Thinking that it's misogynistic and through the male gaze and shit like that. Get fucked. No one. Fucking nobody. Aside from people who didn't powder their vagina because no one will fucking pay that pussy attention, ever complained about this shit. It's only now, when apparently the fucking moisturizer has dried up, that people care. The moisturizer has dried up, ladies and gentlemen. It's the fucking end times. Everything is gonna dry up. Fuck me. Oh my good fucking God almighty. My brain fucking hurts.
Let's see. Aerith says that this is why I don't listen to gaming journalism. Oh boy. That's not real journalism.
No, it isn't.
Saying you're a gaming journalist is like...
let me show you this. This is lazy. That is fucking lazy. That I can totally understand changing the angle on. Because, like, in the dress, that looks kind of stupid. In fact, that looks downright retarded. But that's lazy. That's nothing to do about the male gaze, man-spreading, or any shit like that, you fucking virgins. That is just laziness. They didn't bother wanting to they didn't want to bother doing a second animation for the female Shepard.
And this is supposed to be your remastered edition. And
no, that's the original. That's the original.
Okay.
That's the original. Okay. Like I said, I can understand maybe the camera changed there, because that's just laziness. But that's being able to hide the laziness of the previous developers. They're talking more out their ass than there is definition on Miranda's ass. And just because I am clearly a throbbing misogynist, she got a whole lot of ass. There you go. So what's the next one? Let me double check. Let's see if anybody has come up with any late night memes.
On the roads of the in the words of the road dog, her ass better call somebody.
Her ass better call somebody. Well, clearly they called the fucking editing department so they could crop the camera view.
And then called all the SJWs to whine about it.
Yeah. Alright, remember everybody, if you've got any memes about what we've been talking about, just put them on Twitter with the late night memes hashtag.
Especially if you have cyberpunk memes, because those are fun.
Those are fun, but like the ass memes, I could see the ass memes being spicy. Like I'm talking like fucking the bomb spicy. It's fucking sad. Alright, well, let's open up.
That ass effect makes my ass erect.
Oh god. Oh my god.
Hold on a minute.
No, it wasn't, but we can touch on that in a minute. But we are going to open it up to the people. So if anybody wants to come in, Deconis is going to throw the link out there. Just come into the waiting room, and we will get you in to talk about the whole master thing. Do you think that the remaster, again, keeping in mind remaster, does enough touches up to warrant it? And what do you think of the whole assignment that they had to go on to hide that ass? It's a fucking assassination of Miranda's character. Good taste.
On.
Hold on. Okay, I'm holding.
Alright. Alright, check Twitter right now.
Oh no. Worried. Oh god.
Alright. We have somebody in here. Joey. Drag him in.
Hello, Joey.
Hello?
We need the Jeopardy music. Do 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 do.
Oh, it's Aerith. Not Joey P's Aerith.
I kind of figured, but I can't hear. All I'm hearing is like someone fondling a microphone. Giggity. Speak now, forever hold your peace. You have 10 seconds to comply. 10.
Well, can everyone hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, Dante, huge fan.
Lies. Absolute lies. I have no fans. I have people who tolerate me.
3 months.
I have people who tolerate me and people who hate me. I have no fans. Alright, go on. What's up? How you doing today?
Doing all right. just wanted to share my thoughts on the Mass Effect censoring issue and censoring in general.
Dude.
It absolutely sucks. And it's stupid and it's unnecessary.
Yeah, pretty much. I do agree.
So unfortunately, I will not be getting the Legendary Edition when it comes out. I'll be waiting for a huge sale before I get it, because I do want to play those games. They have
Define
been on my
huge.
list for a while, but I'm not giving EA any of my money. I'll probably try and get it when there's like a huge sale on like the PS Store or PC.
Or better yet, get it pre-owned. EA don't get a cent.
Yeah, pre-owned. That makes sense too. I'll probably just go to GameStop, see if anybody dropped it. On the other hand, Persona 5 Scramble is in 2 weeks, and I'm stoked for it.
Woo! Yes! Can't wait. I cannot wait for Persona 5 Scrabble.
All right, guys. I'll see you Monday for Hitman. All right. See you guys later.
See ya, Earth. Later. Oh God. Yeah. A massive discount seems to be. I get the feeling some people are going to wait for that or get pre-owned because fuck that. PC, we just have to wait for our God, our Overlord, our God Emperor, Gabe Newell, to bless us with his Steam discounts. The biggest problem there is that some companies can exempt themselves from those Steam sales because. Again, I would just like to point out, and again, this just so everybody knows, PC isn't. I make jokes about the PC Master Race and shit, but we got our own problems. Oh yeah, Ian, it's in 2 weeks. It's in 2 weeks. Give me a moment. Let me bring up Steam right now because I want to show you guys something. This for non-PC players. This is going to give you a chuckle, but also horrify you. Like, absolutely fucking horrify you that they still do this shit. So,
oh god,
Call of Duty obviously moved, Activision moved all their shit to their own storefront. Because, they can control their shit better. But let's have a quick gander here. So... in fact, I'll even bring up Battle.net just to show you guys even more. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you... give me a second, let me move that here. I present to you Steam. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 that came out 6 years ago. 6 fucking years ago! Is still £45 on Steam, which is about $50. Black Ops that came out 11 years ago. Sorry, no. Black Ops 3 came out 6 years ago. Black Ops that came out 11 years ago is still $30. Or £30. Black Ops 2 that came out 9 years ago is still £40. World at War that came out... I shit you not, fucking 13 years ago, £20.
Is Advanced Warfare still on there?
Yeah, Advanced Warfare is still here, and that son of a bitch is still going for £35. You think that is gratuitous? You think that is gratuitous? Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Battle.net. I present to you Black Ops 4 going for 50 goddamn pounds for the standard edition, 80 for the digital deluxe.
For a game without a campaign, or with only multiplayer and blackout. And zombies.
I present to you the reason why Activision backed the fuck out of Steam. And I present to you the reason why Origin is now going back to Steam. Because of the sales that they can generate. PC does not have it as easy as people like to think when they pull that shit. Okay, it seems like we've got 2 more people in who might want to talk about the Mass Effect thing, so bring in Steel.
I'll bring in Steel?
Yeah, bring in Steel because fuck Musk. I'm gonna leave this on screen for a while. There you go.
Steel.
Hey, Steel.
What's up? So, right quick, I know this is probably old, but what are y'all's opinions on the whole Mass Effect scenario?
Oh, we were just talking about that.
Yeah, we were just talking about it. We think it's ridiculous. Like, just to recap, I think they just don't understand how cinematography or framing works at all, and they're just looking at it from the feel of the male gaze, from their own biases that, oh, there's an ass on screen, so it must be offensive. Like, no, you're the one who noticed the ass first. I'm actually noticing Shepard just standing there with a blank stare because, you know, Shepard always looked like a fucking puppet, and the ass is just secondary. Because, again, framing and cinematography. There are some camera changes I can understand to hide the laziness, which would be, obviously, Shepard sitting there fucking spread eagle with her legs in a dress. Yeah. Like, that I can understand because they were lazy back in the day to not make 2 separate animations if she's in a dress or even for the female. So I can kind of get the reason behind that because I don't know if you can make new animations in a remake, but you can actually no, you can because Call of Duty actually did it with Modern Warfare Remastered, but maybe they're on a budget, you know, because Andromeda didn't do too well. Anthem is still literally dragging them to David Jones' locker. Like, I can understand their laziness to fix the situation, but this right here on the screen, this right here is retarded that they want to censor that for their own fucking gays going right to the ass.
Yeah, like. And I even saw the fucking interview from Mac Walters, and it just says so much about old BioWare versus new BioWare, where I think someone from old BioWare said that it helped. They said it helped play into her being perfect, her being a perfect human being, and the camera angles helped build that up for a character, something like that. But apparently now times have changed, quote unquote. It's like they could have focused on anything else. They could have focused on adding in content.
If he actually said that, sorry to cut you off, but if he actually said that, the dude has never played the Mass Effect game. Yeah, because Shepard's
changed.
Shepard's exact dialogue during those conversations are, you are who you are. Your genes don't control that. He's trying to convey to Miranda that her genes don't make her perfect because nobody's perfect. You are a human being. You are who you want to be. That is the entire crux of Miranda and Shepard's relationship. Is her confiding in him and him trying to give her some self-worth in herself other than her genes. Though I'm sure she looks amazing in jeans.
Yeah. Like, they could have done so much with so much other things that needed to be improved, but instead they want to focus on her ass, which is so funny, but at the same time it's like, really?
The modding community will pick up the slack from that.
Yeah, and like, it just shows that I need to get a gaming PC soon, because hearing this, I'm just like, I'm gonna still get it, but I'm just like, I'm just skeptical, especially about Mass Effect 4. I don't know how the hell that's gonna turn out, but I'm skeptical.
I've turned around and said that Mass Effect. I've turned around and said from the beginning, Mass Effect 4 should have had one end. Mass Effect 3 should have had one ending. I don't mind Shepard dying because the whole theme of Mass Effect 3 was sacrifice, because each game has a theme. Mass Effect 3's theme was sacrifice, so I don't mind Shepard dying. But if he dies, then I'm sorry. Then the whole ending needs to be rewritten, because none of the endings are good. If you do the destroy ending, then the Geths and Edie are dead. So I went through all the trouble of keeping the Geth alive just to kill them in the end, and I've killed Edie, so Joker's never going to get over me killing his sex bot. And everybody's fucked. If I do the control ending, then we basically have fucking floating armada of space Nazis. Like fucking America World Police. You do one thing out of line, we will fucking crush you with our big giant fucking bodies. And if you choose the green ending, because I'm not even going to justify these by actually naming them what they are, you've effectively made the decision for the entire galaxy that we're going to somehow magically mix artificial, synthetic, and genetic and organic genes. Somehow everybody's a goddamn fucking hybrid now. None of these endings make sense. So with this legendary edition, they need to retcon that entire fucking ending. There is no multiple ending. There is one ending, and then there is a consequence of all of your endings.
And also with the destroy ending, you forget the Geth are also helping the Quarians and their enviro suits and their planet get better over the years.
Exactly.
And we can't just take that from them after they work so hard to end this war, and all of a sudden they're back where they started with this thing. Like, I can't do that to them.
Exactly. That is why the mission statement never fucking changes. Destroy the Reapers. That should have been the ending. The Reapers are destroyed. Like, I do not mind. Like, the perfect ending for me, because, you know, I'm a fucking genius. The ending would have been the destroy ending with the consequences of your actions. Like, if you don't have enough points in your meter, the war assets, then all the relays are destroyed. All the armadas are destroyed, and you get the really, really bad ending, where it's only Hackett talking about how everything is fucked because we were underprepared. But if you do everything correctly, you destroy the Reapers and then give me the goddamn fucking the fucking stills, because no one wants to do animation for that in the extended cut DLC. Give me the stills of all the consequences. Did I allow Rex to live? Did I cure the genophage? Did I bring peace to the Krogans? Let me see that. Or did I completely fuck them up and now the Rachni rule Chichanka? Show me the consequences of my actions. I don't want a light show.
They didn't even mention the Rachni in the epilogue, did they?
They did, actually. No, they did. Yes, they did. If you one of the endings for the Rachni is if you let the Rachni live but fuck over the Krogan, the Krogans eventually die out and the Rachni inherit Chichanka.
Ooh.
Exactly. Exactly. Destroy the Reapers and then give me those endings. I just need the consequences for my actions, not a fucking light show. I don't want to play red light, green light.
Yeah, like, and you know, especially since I'm actually playing 3 right now, and I've been like debating to finish it because I just don't want to.
I implore anybody. Either look up on my YouTube channel, because I've done a complete playthrough of all the Mass Effect games, or look up a video of it. It's called the Happy Ending mod, and it is the ending that I'm talking about. Minus Shepard is alive in that ending, because, like I said, I don't mind if Shepard dies because it fits the theme, but that ending is effectively what I am talking about, and I've been talking about for years.
Like, seriously, they can kill me however they want, as long as Tally gets to get out of her suit soon.
I agree.
So if Shepard were to die, how would you make a 4th game?
Well, they've already turned around. Well, by looks of it, we're focusing on a new character, because they've already confirmed Liara's in it, and the relays are destroyed. So apparently, if you look at the trailer, you can see the destroyed relays. So by that logic, the ending is actually the destroy ending. Unless, like I said, with the Legendary Edition, they completely retcon it and have one ending, the destroy ending, where the guests survive. Because, like I said, no matter the ending, everybody is fucked one way or another.
Yeah.
There's no good ending in Mass Effect.
And it makes you wonder how they're gonna even address one of the many endings this game has because they've written themselves into a corner. Like
Like, which ending is canon?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
they have
because
to figure out how to. You're good. They have to figure out how to, I guess, blur the lines between which one is canon without pissing anyone off that picked the wrong one, quote unquote.
and there is the problem. There is the problem with multiple endings like they did. You're gonna piss somebody off, and I'm just pissed. I'm just pissed off that they're gonna pick one of those endings. I'm not happy with any of those endings. I'm just pissed off they're picking one of them. All right, we're gonna move on to Moss now, Steel. But thank you for giving your input. I greatly appreciate it.
I don't know, problem. See ya.
Have a good one. Shepard's not dead till we see them do a Fortnite dance. Have you seen Shepard dance? That man does the Shepard shuffle. Like, that man does not know how to dance something like this.
Alright, Mosk, your time to shine, dude.
He left. Okay, fine. Well, if he's gonna leave, then let's gander at some of these memes, shall we? Here we go. So we got one from Cyber the Wolf. Release Dead Space. Release Dead Space. Dead Space HDR draw 25. He drew 25. Fucking who know, man? Who know? Who know? Another one from Cyber the Wolf. Lack of crack, you say? Modding community challenge accepted. Oh, I love the modding community. You know what the worst thing is for the Mass Effect games is the fact that they were on Unreal Engine and they were a bastard, an absolute bastard to code for, and to mod for. Like, they were the absolute worst. And it being on Frostbite was even worse as well. So I'm hoping they at least release modding tools. Alright, and we got this one from from Cyber the Wolf again as well. Can't be any worse than Andromeda. Oh shit! That is true. That is true.
Let's see, we have one from Joster.
Oh, hold on. Let's see. Oh, okay, I gotta like that one. I like this one. I like that one too. Okay, let's scroll up to some of the other ones. That's yours, Diconius. Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh my god, someone made it! Someone made it! Someone fucking did it! Thank you, Mitch! Oh, you beautiful motherfucker! You beautiful son of a bitch! Circus midget found slain. Clown show ends in tragedy. Yes! Thank you! Holy shit, someone fucking said it. Someone did it. Oh my god.
Comic books blamed for rising truancy. Really?
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you, Mitch. I'm actually retweeting that.
I'm more worried about them. I'm more worried about them comic books being burnt, man.
Thank you. Let's see. Introducing Resident Evil, The Dark Side Chronicles Definitive Edition. Yes! Yes! Brilliant! Oh, Jossa, I love you guys. I fucking love these late night memes. These are what I was hoping for.
Why didn't we do this earlier?
Because I am slow to a good idea. That is why. Because I am slow to a good fucking idea. Oh my god, that is brilliant. Oh, I gotta make this more of a thing. Seriously. Oh god, oh shit, there's more. There's fucking more. Give me a minute. I need to refresh. Let me scroll down. Speaking of ass, DSP is simping out on Twana's Twana's ass, but Crash is getting really angry at DSP. God.
Oh wait, there's one from Cyber that has.
Like no spoilers, no spoilers, no spoilers, no spoilers, no spoilers.
Oh, we have to go down.
Oh, that is brilliant. Have you seen this one from Mitch? That's the Crash one.
No.
Okay, on screen. Oh god. Oh shit. Let's scroll down. I am so glad I came up with this concept. Okay, hold on. I think I need to refresh again. Holy shit. Probably gonna need to. I'm definitely gonna need to segment this as like the last thing. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, like meme of the night.
Meme of the night. Meme of the night is definitely gonna be a fucking thing. Oh god.
Except it's NYTE.
Oh god.
See,
Oh,
just gave me another idea.
that's brilliant. Thank you. Okay, right. Now before we now let's move on to the last thing. Let's move on to the last subject, the one that the really boring one. Let's move on to the stock market. Because
Oh, hold on. There's a meme of you carrying both Cyber and Azul.
oh, I've seen that one. I've seen that one. That was from that was done for Kingdom Hearts.
And there's a Kingdom Hearts one of Antiform, DSP,
No, I've
and
seen.
Battle.
Yeah, I've seen all these. Those Kingdom Hearts ones I've seen because they were done when we was doing a Let's Survive of Kingdom Hearts. Right. So the last one is the GameStop market. GameStop stocks.
I mean GameStop
Stacks. Yeah, the stacks because they make it fat stacks. Okay, so just for some context for anybody who does not know. Here are the stocks right now. So, not too long ago, a group of Redditors, I think there were the wall Reddit or something. I can't remember the name. So my apologies to you guys because you're all fantastic. Decided to. What was it?
I think it's I'm trying to think. It was like Wall Street. On let me see if I can look this up. Wall Street Bets.
Wall Street Bets. That's it. Decided to fuck with investors of these people who were short selling and decided to buy up a fuckload of stock. Now, what these people do with short selling is when they're expecting the stock to drop, they get stocks and then sell them. And, you know, basically fuck over people with money. So what these Redditors did is they said, you know what, fuck you guys, we're gonna fuck with you guys too. And ended up costing these places millions. Millions. It was fucking glorious to the point where I'm sure these big giant fucking hedge fund shits got in the ear of these apps like Robinhood, who were supposed to be Robin Hood, but now they're robbing the hood. And basically stopped allowing you to buy GameStop shares. And but then bought it back where you can only buy like one share or some shit. And basically just tanked their entire fucking credibility. Because they're in the pocket of all these big companies. This was a troll for the history books, ladies and gentlemen. But now, the GameStop stocks have gone down again. Because now these guys have started going after pharmaceuticals, I believe. I believe it was pharmaceuticals they're going after. Which is fucking incredible. Like, I have nothing but praise for these guys fucking over hedge funds like this. Nothing but praise. To the point where you've got senators saying that they want to look into this. And you've got, I mean, they're all jokesters, and I'm not even going to name them by name because, like, there's one who likes to play the victim card a lot, and I think she's a complete fucking joke of a politician. And in fact, a lot of them in the US are fucking jokes now. But, like, even they want to look into these hedge funds for the short selling. Which is like, finally, but then again, most of you guys are probably in the pocket of them. And made money off of these fucking short sells. It's fucking ridiculous, but this... My hat is literally off to you guys. I bow at your supremacy at fucking with these hedge funds. It was glorious to read and watch. It really, really goddamn was. Like, that is a brief, like, really abridged summation of what happened. But holy shit, it was funny. Declonius, do you have any thoughts on this?
My only thoughts, the hedge funders finally got what they actually deserved.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, they did. Ah, God, it was fucking brilliant.
But I mean, like, I didn't buy any stock because, quite frankly, I don't mess with the stock market. I haven't heard the AMC stocks. People were buying those.
Yep, they were buying stock in AMC and GameStop because they expected the stocks to fall, and the Redditors were like, "Yeah, we're gonna just stop you right there."
Cyber says someone I'm hearing I should run for office.
Well, I mean, given the last line of senators and presidents, I mean, you could fucking do it. I know that one was brief, ladies and gentlemen, but like, it's been talked to death. I think even Memology's done videos on it. It's all fucking glorious. Go and check out Memology's stuff on it if he has. Has anybody got Dogecoin? I heard about Dogecoin. It was up by like 3 cents since Elon Musk mentioned it, which is funny. But yeah, have we got anybody who wants to talk about? I can't believe I'm about to unironically fucking say this. But have we got anybody who wants to talk about the stock market in chat? Like, blame Diclonia. He wanted to talk about this. All
Yes.
him.
Blame the dick.
Well, I mean, a lot of feminists do. So, I mean, you're already in trouble.
Fair enough.
Alright. Do we have anybody?
Oh, Cyber's in here.
Uh-oh, here's Cyber. Right, bring in this fool.
Oh, give me 2 seconds to plug in my headphones.
1, 2.
2 seconds too many.
All right. Well, I'm Hispanic, so what's it called? I get longer 2 seconds.
Uno, dos, that's it.
Okay. So about the stock market, I just want to say, like, it is the most weirdest thing to see on Twitch and stuff. Like, streamers saying, "Okay, I need to get off at 8 p.m. my time because I need to buy coin. I need to, invest in all this stuff." I'm like, so people are just cutting off streams just to, like, collecting donations just to put money in towards the stock market, just to help with this crap. It's amazing.
Just stream yourself going on the stock market. There you go.
Oh, Lord.
Well, sometimes some people don't want to give each other, like, what's it called, a leg up.
Alright, heads up.
Fair enough. What was I gonna say? And I do want to talk about, like, this is talked about yet about, like, Roger Craig Smith leaving the role of Sonic.
Yeah, this did come as a surprise to me. I'd love to know why he left, because it was his most well-known, prominent role at this point, aside from people memeing that he wants that Chris Redfield wants Leon to sleep with his sister.
True.
But like, is there any reason why he left the role?
Well, like, there are 2 major speculations I'm hearing, right? And these are just speculations, all right? The voice actors union only lets voice actors voice the same character for about 10 years, and then they would have to be forced out of that character to let someone new reprise the role. You know what I mean? To keep voice actors working. You know what I mean?
Yeah, makes sense.
And another one is let's see, there's the voice actors guild. Another was Sega is putting out new stuff, and they want to have, like, a fresh take on Sonic's voice. So
Okay, no.
That Sonic Prime thing just came, was just announced. That's not even due to next year.
So, okay, they want to try something fresh with Sonic. Why do I feel I have heard this scenario play out before?
It's happened before.
Like,
you know what I mean?
I mean, I remember something about bandages and disproportionate knuckles before Uganda Knuckles was a thing, and
Sonic Boom. Yes, I know.
yeah, it was something to do with a boom, but it didn't. It didn't go out of a boom. It went out with a fucking whimper. I recall hearing something about them trying something like this before, and it didn't work. And somehow I don't feel it's going to work now because it seems like Sega has forgotten how to make good Sonic games.
Oh, yeah. I did hear that Ryan Drummond actually had his agent talk with Sega about, maybe him reprising the role.
That'd be interesting.
That would be interesting.
I just question where the hell they're going to go with it now. I wonder if Whitehead is going to be continuing making games for Sega as well. As far as their 2D ventures,
I would hope so, but I heard that Vertebrae game that they were working on didn't really get much love or something. So it's under it's Whitehead's engine, but it's not Sonic, so people aren't really caring about it.
Makes sense. Because that's what he got his name for. Is making Sonic games.
Exactly. Sonic CD, Sonic 1, the remake. He remade them using his engine, and the Manios is the actual official one. It's on consoles and shit.
Sonic Boom, the game that cancelled any development of Sly Cooper 5. Ouch.
Oh yes. So what was the Big Red Button? Was the team behind it?
Big Red Button. Yep. Oh, were they? No, they were the ones behind the 3DS version, weren't they?
No, they're behind the Wii U and the what was I gonna say? Wii U, the behind the Wii U and the 3DS ones. Also, I think Sazuri Games also helped with that too.
Oh, Sega. Oh, down I go.
Burping. I was gonna say, but yeah, that's all I have to add to gaming news this week is.
No.
Roger Craig Smith left a very iconic role, and it just seems so out of nowhere. But it looks like he left on good terms, though. You know what I mean?
I hope so, because I hope he couldn't come back as a different role. He is reprising his role as Chris Redfield in. It was Rise of Lyric that they made. Big Red Button. They didn't make the other Sonic Boom. They made Rise of Lyric.
Well, let's hope that 10-year thing isn't a thing. How many years has he played Chris Redfield for?
Fuck, he's played Chris Redfield since 5.
10 years consecutively. Does that also include him playing him in the what's it called, those CGI movies?
I don't think he did play them in the CGI movies. I'm not too sure. I'd need to check that out. But I know I'm sure he reprised his role for 7, but I think he's reprising his role for 8. I hope he is, at least. It sounds like he is. But yeah,
I'm checking IMDb right now, actually, just to be safe.
That's what I'm doing.
But there's been 3 voices of Chris Redfield, if I'm not mistaken.
About 3, yeah. But what's it called? Roger Craig Smith is the most iconic because it's just his regular voice.
Yeah, it is. The only time the only time Roger Craig Smith has ever put on a different voice was with Sonic.
Was it? Oh, by the way, it wasn't Chris Redfield in the CGI movies. That was Kevin Dorman.
Yeah, I thought so. It's because it's fuck me. Who was it? It's there's another good. Zensuro Games made the 3DS game of Sonic Boom. So Big Red Button did make the Wii U version.
Wait, seriously? Okay. Roger Craig Smith was Batman?
Yeah, he was in the what's it called?
Arkham Origins.
He was in Origins, and he was also is it Blackgate?
Blackgate, the 3DS tie-in, yeah.
Oh, I thought that was the Wii U tie-in.
No. That was a 3DS one. Blackgate, but then they released it on PC. Again,
No, I thought Wii U got a Batman game.
who? No, that was Arkham. That was Arkham Origins. That was Arkham Origins because they also got Arkham City Armored Edition.
Okay.
He also Roger Craig Smith also voiced Ezio as well.
He has a really distinguished resume.
I will never get over the fact that Big is voiced by Duke Nukem.
John St. John. Yes.
John St. John.
Well, Steve Bloom voiced Electrocutioner. Wow.
Right, Steve Bloom. Now there's another motherfucker who just uses his fucking regular voice in every role he's in. Whether it's Olaf from fucking Dragon Age, I'm sure that's Steve Bloom. Whether it's Dragon Age Origins fucking Olaf, whether it's the Green Lantern from Justice League 2, whether in Justice 2, or fucking Dempsey from Call of Duty Zombies. Alright? That man just uses his regular voice. I'm pretty sure that's Steve Bloom. There's another voice actor who I really like who just uses his regular voice.
Nolan North?
I mean, I only know Steve Bloom from Bebop. That's it.
Actually, my favorite role of Steve Bloom is construction worker number 3 from Last of Us 1.
Oh, god damn it. He plays a lot of miscellaneous voices. Could you check IMDb if it's Roger Craig Smith playing Chris Redfield in 8?
It doesn't say. Actually, what's this called? I heard the person who played Carlos in the RE3 remake is playing Chris. Yeah, right? That seems so out of nowhere.
Maybe Roger Craig Smith is retiring. Maybe he's going to announce retirement soon then, maybe.
I don't see anything.
I doubt that, because I see his IMDb page. He has like a lot of stuff that's like in the works, though.
The last thing I see is Bug Snacks.
That's sad. That's sad.
I see Bug Snacks as Snorpy Fizzlebean.
Again, that's so sad. Okay.
Yep, Jeff Schneen is voicing Chris Redfield.
Who was voicing Chris Redfield in 7 then? Because I know that wasn't Roger Craig Smith. And it's weird, and I find this very fucking weird that they changed Chris Redfield's look for Resident Evil 7, but they're going back to his Resident Evil 5 and 6 look, just aging him for 8.
Let's see, Chris Redfield and 7 was
voiced by David Vaughn.
So it seems like Roger Craig Smith has already stepped away from the role of Chris Redfield before. Because I haven't played Not a Hero yet, and it's been a while since I played 7, so I couldn't recall Chris's voice.
The whole recasting thing is just it throws me off a bit.
If they do a good enough job, I don't mind. It's kind of it's a similar situation to the whole Sutherland replacing Hader as Snake. Like,
by the way, I was right. It is Carlos Oliveira from Resident Evil 3 remake. His voice actor is indeed Jeff Schneen, and they're reusing him to do Chris Redfield.
He does a good job then, because from the little I heard of Chris in the trailer, he actually sounded pretty good.
Exactly. And no Spanish accent.
Alright guys, but we are going to have to end it for today. Cyber, thank you so much for joining us. I do greatly appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you for dealing with my ramblings.
Don't worry about it. I ramble enough myself. Alright guys, but that is where I'm going to end it for today's late night.
Hold up. We got one more thing.
What?
Before we end tonight, we have to. This is something that I actually wanted to do for a little bit.
Uh-oh.
A meme of the night.
You've just said not for a while.
No, like, who do we award it to though?
Oh, right, easy. I already picked my winner because I was going to reveal this actually.
Okay.
I've already revealed it. Like as self-absorbent as this sounds, I am actually going to award it to Joster for the definitive edition of the Resident Evil Dark Side Chronicles definitive edition, where he zooms into Claire's back and completely cuts out the ass.
Yeah. And thus, basically, ending the Redfield bloodline, because there's nothing there to play with. Like, what's the point, right? I think I said that wrong or worded that wrong.
But yeah, dude, guys, I want late night memes to become a thing, and I'm gonna retweet this as meme of the night. Right there, it has been retweeted. I want late night memes to become a thing. We need it, guys. We need late night memes to be a thing for, like, not just these streams, but if we can get this going for, like, like my regular streams, that would be that would be fucking amazing too.
And and the What Survives too.
Exactly.
Oh my god, Dante, Dark Knight, late night memes is gonna be trending on Twitter one day.
God don't. No, that would be funny though. I'd screenshot that, I would frame it and put it on my fucking office wall. That would be so funny. Alright guys, but I am going to end it for today. I do hope you all enjoyed today's Late Night Cast number 11. And I will see all of you next week for the Hitman for the Hitman games. And if all goes well, maybe we will start the next week with Hitman 3, because Dragon just had to go out of his way and find that there is a This Is How You Don't Play of Hitman 3 already out there. Usually I like to give things time to simmer, settle, so the good stuff, so the good rises to the top, the cream rises to the top, but Dragon just had to go and ruin my fucking day. So, with all that being said...
Hitman 3, I'll be here.
I know you will. So with all that being said, guys, I will see each and every single one of you next week. So please take care of yourselves out there.